Hand in hand with the arrival of summer come higher electricity prices. For many, especially those on a fixed income, this can be a literal matter of life and death. But why are we still paying more for electricity, and what can Americans do to help lower the cost? Here today with Where the Explanation Lies is Hal Quinn. He is president and CEO of the National Mining Association. Hal, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Stephanie. It's great to be with you today.
How will the EPA's Clean Power Plan impact us?
Well, you know, the EPA's costly power plan is going to increase utility bills across the country, and we see double-digit increases in power bills in at least 40 states, and Florida being one of them. And I think in Florida, our analysis indicates that the ratepayers there will see a 12.5% increase in their bills over the next 2 years.
My goodness. Well, why is the CPP considered risky and expensive?
Well, it's built on a series of assumptions made by EPA that are really not very plausible in changing the way we generate and distribute electricity throughout the country. So in the case of right now, what we have is a very diverse network for our electricity supply system that depends on a range of sources of electricity generation, both coal, natural gas, nuclear, and some renewables. But EPA's rule is going to turn that all on its head, and it's going to take a grid that saves Americans about $93 billion a year, and it's going to actually erase that benefit and cost Americans about $300 to $350 billion over the next 10 years.
Oh, wow. Are you able to tell us maybe how it will impact our state of Florida and maybe our pocketbooks, our wallets?
Yeah, we see in Florida, we're going to see a tremendous pressure on some of the baseload power plants there, the coal plants that anchor the system in Florida, keep the power bills lower and keep them less volatile in terms of spiking up and down all the time. So our assessment says that Florida ratepayers could probably experience a double-digit increase in their power bills from now through 2020 by in the order of like 12.5% to 13%.
How is there an alternative, maybe a safer or less expensive choice?
There is. I mean, we think every governor ought to take a look at this plan, and before they sign on with EPA, take a look at what the risks are both to the availability of power as well as to the cost of future power to their citizens and businesses. The federal laws gives the governors a choice not to participate in these plans and then leave it up to EPA to try to do it on its own. By our assessment, EPA would not be able to do as much as it's trying to ask the states to do, and so if a governor chose not to participate, that would be a lower cost and a less risky option.
Is there somewhere where we can go maybe online to kind of educate ourselves on this a little bit more? Any one place we can go to?
We can. There's a website called countoncoal.org, and there's various pieces of information that can educate your viewers on what's happening out there in terms of their power bills and the policies that are affecting the future of their power supply and their utility bills.
Hal, thank you so much. Certainly thank you for helping get the word out. And in addition to that website, we're also going to have more on our website. So that's going to be at fox4morningblend.com.